Plaintiff Richard LeClerc was married to the defendant for 5 years, and they have 2 daughters together. Richard claims their marriage ended after the defendant confessed that she was cheating. Richard is suing because after they divorced, the defendant defaulted on truck payments that were in his name, so he was held responsible. Defendant Jessica Parker admits that while married to Richard, she had an affair that lasted 6 months. Jessica claims after she confessed, she and Richard went to counseling, but that only made things worse, and they ultimately divorced. Jessica denies owing Richard for anything.
Start with you.
Well, Miss Parker and I were married for about 5 years, and marriage was a pretty good marriage. We have 2 daughters, 10 and 12, and at about 5 years in, she came to me and said that I'm having an affair, and it was a shock. And
how long has she been having it? Did she tell you that?
I don't recall at the time.
I was just wondering how good it was supposed to be. You said it was a good marriage, but yet 5 years later she admitted that she was cheating. And how long did you cheat?
About 6 months.
Okay, so it was a good marriage outside of 6 months.
Yeah.
But she probably wanted to cheat before the 6 months. And that might have been 6 months prior to that, so it was a good marriage for 4 years. But go ahead, tell me how the fallout came. How did you discover she just came up to you like that?
Yeah, no, she totally told me, just came out with it. And
did you ask why? You go ahead.
Yeah, I was surprised, I was hurt. I didn't know what to do at the moment. I was in shock. After some of that wore off, we decided we didn't want to reconcile, and we were getting divorced. And
I'm just curious, you didn't say anything? You didn't say, why did you do that? Or what was wrong? I thought everything was all right. Who is the guy? How long have you been doing this? We have 2 children here. Did you say maybe we can work it out? Did she say, I don't want to work it out? Why don't you give me some information?
So this was our whole marriage. He didn't talk. This is typical.
So you don't share the same perspective on
No.
the marriage? That it was a good marriage?
Probably not.
No communication?
Right.
Go ahead.
So we decided to get divorced. And
I'm just wondering, I just want to hear that conversation. I guess I'm being nosy perhaps.
I told him right off the bat.
I think there are a lot of nosy people at home. So when you came to him and said, that's it, I got somebody else. Well, what happened?
He really didn't say anything. So
he just walked away?
Kind of, yeah.
All right, and then the next time you all encountered each other, what was discussed?
I think we talked maybe.
Did you sleep in the same bed that night?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
All right, so when you woke up, was there a discussion about it?
I don't think so, no.
When did you next discuss it? How long after you telling him this did you discuss it?
We went to counseling and it made it worse.
No, but how long? You had to say, let's go to counseling.
Like maybe a week. Maybe a
That
week.
was the first time it came back up?
Yeah.
You're right, he didn't talk much.
No.
You're right, because I'd have been talking a whole lot.
Yeah.
So 1 week later, what was the discussion then? I didn't want to say anything for a week about your cheating, but I've been thinking about it for a week, and it's time I tell you, you're a no good scoundrel. Don't really want to save this marriage, but for the sake of the kids and this marriage, I think from my perspective has been good, but let's go to counseling. Maybe you'll admit to the counselor and I'll see exactly how low you are. That's what I would say it to you. Then you say, well, it's your fault if you'd have talked to me. This is a perfect example of your lack of communication. And that's the problem we have here. And that's why I did it. I'd have been a little stuck then. That's it. Okay, maybe you're right. Let's go to counseling. And then what happened there?
Oh boy, that was opening a can of worms. Counseling is not so good. We, after that, decided to just go ahead and be done.
You know what I've heard, even from marriage counselors, a couple of them, and that is they'll meet with the parties individually. So you tell me all your issues and what you believe, and I'll give you my insight. You tell me what you believe, and I'll give you my insight, and then I'll bring you all back together, and I'll give an analysis of what I think is wrong and how I think you all can improve your marriage if you're really committed to doing it. Or I'll come back and say, yeah, all the stuff I heard, nah, that ain't for you. You need to move on right away. In fact, you really don't need to go back to the house today. Did the counselor suggest that you all go separate ways, or did you all just go off on each other in the meetings?
Well, it's hard to fight with somebody that doesn't talk. So I just kind of decided to leave.
All right, because still the communication issue was there. All right. And then he's suing you today regarding breach of contract involving what? Tell me specifics on this. Now, you got to talk this time if you want to win.
No
Go
problem.
ahead.
It was a 2001 Toyota 4Runner that Miss Parker asked for in the divorce decree, and I didn't have any problem saying yes. She wanted to take over payments.
So the judge agreed to allow her to take over the payments as part of the divorce decree. Anyone have the decree? Anyone have anything from the judge or the court regarding the car? You all can't cut deals without the court's approval. You can agree to a settlement, but then you still have to take it to the court.
Parker and I were married for about 5 years. We have 2 daughters, and at about 5 years in, she came to me and said that I'm having an affair, and it was a shock.
Plaintiff Richard LeClure was married to the defendant, and they have 2 children. But he claims they divorced after the defendant confessed that she was having an affair.
All right, and it does say that. You give him responsibility for the car loan of $11,447. And what happened there?
Well, about 90 days into it, bank calls me and says, you need to make a payment or return the vehicle. And so,
because she had not paid in 90 days.
correct.
See, he should have said, have the other guy pay for it. That's what I would say.
That's a good point. You've been around me enough to know the game. Y'all see that? Oh, Doyle, learning the game. That's right. See, they say you can't be around game for all those years and not get something.
Rub off on me a little bit.
Yeah, it got to rub off on you, but that's going to cost you now. The game is not free.
That's right. Now I got to pay.
The game is not to be told, it's to be sold. Don't use that. All right, so what's your defense, ma'am?
I was going to school and I couldn't afford to keep the car, so I offered to give it back to him. Then once I was informed.
He just agreed? Okay.
And then once this judgment came about, we made a verbal agreement outside of court to how to make it fair for both of us. So we each held up our end of that agreement, and so I assumed we were done with the car.
The resolution you all came to outside of the court was satisfactory to both? What was that resolution?
He was supposed to cover our children with health insurance, and so I provided the health insurance in exchange for him to pay off this car.
The problem is this agreement outside of the divorce decree. What you should have done is say, okay, you agree to this? Okay, let's go back to the judge and ask the judge if we can amend the divorce decree because we believe that we must deal with this in a different manner. And the judge will say, okay, you all agree to doing what you just said? And the judge will say, okay, that's the amended divorce decree, but you don't have that. You have the same divorce decree. And what happened with the finances? Did they garnish a check or take it from you, or what happened?
Yes, Your Honor, they did.
And the deficit, is that the $3,732 in deficit between turning it in and what was owed?
Correct.
All right. And yeah, it's not a good idea, in my opinion, to cut outside deals with your wife subsequent to the divorce, or even this type of deal as part of the divorce. I'm going to trust you to make the car loan payments and trust you with my credit. I know we're divorced, but I'll trust you with my credit. It'll stay in my name. You make the payments. Oh, yeah? The way you did me? You gonna trust me with your credit? All right. I got you this time. No, all divorced couples don't go through that. Many of them are nice afterwards, but some of them ruin your credit. $3,732. She is admitted to failing to abide by the divorce decree, causing you a loss of $3,732. That's my judgment. Good luck to you both.
Just quit involving the kids in all of that and telling them that daddy's suing them, and just be on a friendship basis with the kids. That's all I want, is to get along.
I don't have anything to say.
Just want to say I'm glad that we can put this kind of behind us, and we need to act like adults and raise the kids with some better morals and a little bit better of judgment on things.
Plaintiff Dorothy Tillman says the defendant is her daughter, and although she's grown up to be a good woman, she had some problems when she was a teenager. Dorothy claims she turned the defendant into the police when she was 17 years old for fighting, and she's suing her today for an unpaid cell phone bill. Defendant Jenny Glover says she's not the only child her mother turned into the police. She also turned Jenny's brother into the police after he stole a crop duster plane. However, Jenny insists she is now a responsible mother of 5 who works hard to care for her children.
Start with you.
This is my daughter. I love her dearly. I do anything for her. She has 5 kids, and she's a grandmother. She,
How old are you?
38.
Go ahead.
She's good now. When she was growing up, I had a couple of problems out of her, but other than that, she grew up to be a pretty good little girl.
Good.
But when she was about 17 years old, I had a problem with her because I was at work. I got out of work, come home, and the police had the street blocked off. And so I wondered what's going on. So I saw some little kids on the side. I said, what's going on? They say they're looking for Jenny. Jenny been fighting. That's Jenny there. So I say, oh, really? So I goes home. Her and her little friends all in the corner, all hid and stuff, you know. So I say, what's going on? Nothing. I said, you guys want to go get some ice cream? So we all gets in the car. I roll up to the corner where the police are. I roll the window down. I say, are you all looking for her? And then they said, who is she? I said, this is Jenny. This is who you're looking for. And I made her get out of the car and go with them because she knows she had did wrong. She's been pretty good since then. She still got a little growing up to do because she, you know, she kind of dresses kind of like, you know, So, but she, you know, she acts her age now, but she like to go out to the clubs. Like she's not a grandmother, like she don't have kids. She go out to the club, she party, but she don't drink and she don't smoke. And I don't see what she go out for.
How you know?
Because I promised my dad when I was 18 I wouldn't, so I didn't.
But she give me a
Your
problem.
dad still alive?
Yes, he is.
Huh.
I promised my dad I wouldn't drink
You
or
never
smoke.
broken a promise to him?
No,
Never lied to him or broken a promise?
I lied to him. But
That's breaking a promise.
but I
You
haven't broke a
never-
promise
You
to him.
never told him you wouldn't lie?
Yeah, I lied.
You want to give me some background?
Some background is, yes, that's my mom. Yes, I go to the clubs. I still party. I still got some growing up to do, but I'm responsible. I take care of my kids. I do what I need to do.
You don't have to help with the 5 kids?
I help her sometime, you know, when
Do you
she.
have to?
No, I don't have to.
Okay, she
but
can
I just-
afford them all on her own?
Until they call me, Grandma, can
Okay,
you?
so you think she can afford it all on her own?
Yes.
If you all are fine with her having 5 kids and you think she can afford it all on her own, they're going to have college paid for, everything going to be fine in their life, I'm fine too.
You guys want to go get some ice cream? So we all gets in the car. I roll up to the corner where the police are. I roll the window down. I say, are you all looking for her? And then they said, who is she? I said, this is Jenny. This is who you're looking for. And I made her get out of the car and go with them because she knows she had did wrong.
Plaintiff Dorothy Tillman is suing her daughter, who claims Dorothy turned her into the police when she was 17 years old.
Go ahead.
I'm not the
So-
only kid my mom's turned in. She turned in my brother
What do you mean turned in?
to the police. She turned my brother in because he stole a crop duster airplane. And he rolled past the playground in the air and he sprayed everybody with pesticides.
Well,
So-
she should have given him an award instead?
No,
What do
no.
you think she should have done?
She did right by turning them in.
There you go. All right.
But I was just letting you know the type of mom that she is. She's
Tough
strict.
love, and it's
yeah,
working.
I appreciate it.
Good. All right. Tell me about the money you're suing her for.
Well, Judge, I was nice to her. I opened up an account for her in October of 2014. She's supposed to give me $100 a month. By, say, around about February, she paid up good until about February. And then I guess she stopped paying. And then like in August, I got a letter, saying that she wasn't paying her bill, so they turned the phone off. And then by October, they done turned over to collections. And, she always said, I'm gonna pay you, I'm gonna pay you. The last time she said she was gonna pay me, Judge Mathis, I'm gonna pay you when I get my taxes. I know that's the worst thing, but she's true. I'm gonna pay you when I get my taxes. And them taxes done come, Judge, and gone. And then she was gonna pay me when she got a little settlement money. Got it. That settlement money done come and gone, and I still ain't got nothing. So, Judge, I decided I'd bring her here and see what you do with her. Can you work with her?
Well, y'all just told me that she was fine financially with those 5 kids that she's raising by herself. So I don't even know why you're here. Then you switch that up and you say, Judge, she owes me thousands and she can't pay me. Can you help me, Judge? I'm confused.
Judge,
But you
don't
just
be
told
confused.
me she got plenty of money. She can take care of all 5. I don't have to help her. She got it covered.
Judge.
So you changed on me, $2,098. She switched the game on me. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Jenny, I love you. You should have paid me my money, and you didn't. I hate I had to bring you to see the judge, but I want to see the judge anyway, and Dora. But at least I'm getting my money, honey.
I love you too. Can I have a hug?
I guess, here. I love you anyway.
I love you too, Mom.
I ain't gonna let you have nothing else, though.
Plaintiff Victoria Fisher manages an apartment for her mother, and the defendant was a tenant in that apartment. Victoria claims the defendant is often in abusive relationships with criminals, and Victoria evicted her after the police found meth pipes in the apartment. Victoria is suing her today for unpaid rent. Defendant Jill Foster says she and Victoria bonded because they were both dating abusive drug addicts. Jill insists she was never arrested on drug charges, so she's countersuing Victoria for slander.
Start with you.
Jill moved into my mother's apartments in 2014. We became friendly, and then 2015 I became the property manager. During that time, though, Jill would confide to me about her boyfriends, about how they were physical and abusive and drugs, and how they push her around, take her car, take her money.
You said boyfriend.
Right.
There was only one.
More than one?
Well, she had several in jail that she would date and call, and then they'd get out and she'd go. She actually is dating her ex's cellmate, and he's in jail right now.
Okay, but abuse, that's what you were telling me about.
Yeah.
All of them physically abused her and stole from her?
As far as I know, yeah.
What do you mean as far as you know? She tell you or she
Yeah,
didn't?
she told me that she did, that they would take her money and that's why she couldn't pay rent.
All of them?
Pretty much all of them that she had. She would confide to me about her boyfriends, about how they were physical and abusive and drugs, and how they push her around, take her car, take her money.
You said boyfriend.
Right.
There was only one.
More than one?
Well, she had several in jail that she would date.
Plaintiff Victoria Fisher rented an apartment to the defendant, but she claims she was forced to evict the defendant after the police found meth pipes in the rental unit.
Did all your boyfriends abuse and steal from you, as she said, and did you tell her that?
Let me make it clear that there was only one boyfriend. And I did confide, talk to her because she confided in me about her ex-boyfriend that was abusive and in drugs also.
He beat her?
Well, I noticed at one point in time she was driving down the alley trying to get away, and he was following her, running after her, hollering obscenities, and it kind of made me fearful. I was really worried about her.
Did she ever see you being abused?
No, she is not.
Okay. Is that what happened? You got chased?
No, I didn't. I don't know
She's making that up?
what she's talking about. My abusive relationship was 12 years ago.
All right. So she's making that up?
Right.
All right. And she says you're making up more than one boyfriend. So let's move on. What else you want me to know?
Basically, she would use that as an excuse not to pay rent, that they took her money for drugs and stuff like that. So.
All right. And why don't you tell me about your tenancy there?
Well, first off, we were not really friends. We had similar situations with the ex-boyfriends being into drugs and abusive.
How recent did she say she had this abusive boyfriend? She says it was 12 years.
No, because there was the guy that she had lived with in the upstairs apartment that was trying to come around, collect rent and everything, and he was the one that stole her vehicle at one point in time and wrecked it.
All right. What else was the tenancy like living there? Was the property kept well, or everything else was fine?
Not really.
Okay.
There was mold in pretty much all of the places, because I've been in just about every apartment in there, doing work for her, like painting and cleaning, changing the carpets.
You did that work?
Yes.
Okay.
I trimmed trees that hung over the driveway.
Okay.
Cleaned the eaves out around the building that were probably never done.
She asked to do that stuff to pay off rent.
All right. So tell me about the rent you're suing for.
She owes from January 1st of 2016 to August of 2016. It was $3,080 that I'm suing for.
Okay. Why'd you let her stay 8 months without paying rent? That's highly unusual.
Because I was friends. I knew her situation. She had gotten sick with some kind of illness that she couldn't go around people and wasn't getting any healthier. I did ask her several times.
Did her income changed?
Yeah, her income changed.
Okay. And she told you that?
Yes. I had asked her to go get help and she refused.
Go get help for?
Through the trustees, they'll pay some of her rent and to get on food stamps and stuff like that, and she wouldn't.
Why did she tell you she won't do it?
Because she didn't want to sign a new lease, because the people would want a lease signed for that year. And she didn't want to be...
The people whose property you were managing, or
yes.
the new?
She
okay, so you said, well, don't pay me the money, and you'll be all right for 8 months. What I'm saying, you're not making sense. If you say, you told her, here's a way to pay rent. She says, nope, don't want to use it, because I'll have to sign a lease with you. You say, well, all right, don't sign a lease with me. Matter of fact, you only had to pay for 8 months. You let her stay there. That's what I'm saying doesn't make sense. If someone tells you they will not pursue the avenue that you have given them to pay you, seems like you say, okay, I'm going to have to evict you. I've given you a way out, and you still don't want to pay me?
Plaintiff Victoria Fisher rented an apartment to the defendant, but she claims she was forced to evict the defendant after the police found meth pipes in the rental unit.
What happened when the eviction came?
Usually I had work to do, so I'd let her do the work to stay. But on June 29th,
what did you mean by that? You let her do the work to stay?
The work she was talking about. If people would move out, I'd let her clean the apartments.
Okay.
I was looking into hiring someone to do the lawn. She said she would do it.
Okay.
Just stuff like that around that.
And what happened?
On June 29th, I had stopped by the apartment of 2016. I had stopped by the apartment, and the cops were there. She flagged me down, wanted me to stay. She had told the police officer that she wanted a no trespass against a guy friend. So I went ahead and did it, and the guy friend then accused her of having drugs in the apartment. And so the cop went ahead and searched her apartment with her permission. He found 7 meth pipes. He found several in her cigarette case, and he found one under her purse. He later then showed me, and then I went and filed for eviction.
All right, because of the drugs.
Right.
All right, let me hear from you.
Your Honor, I have never been convicted of a drug charge.
Were you
Ever.
charged?
I have the paper.
I'm sorry?
Were you charged?
No, sir, I wasn't. Never a drug charge.
Right here.
Paraphernalia charge.
Paraphernalia, but I have not been
You
charged
were charged
with
with paraphernalia?
I was not charged with that as of this point, no.
Okay.
And I don't know where she gets off saying meth pipes. There was no meth pipes. And she is taking that back to the ex-boyfriend.
Tell me about the rent.
It was an agreement that I would work off that since I wasn't working due to my illness.
All right, and that's what you said, ma'am. So how much credit did you give her for working?
I took off her past due balance from 2015. I know you.
When did you
Remember
move?
very
When did she
much.
move in?
2014.
Okay. And you worked up until what point? When did she stop working for you?
God,
Do you know when you stopped doing work for her?
probably April
April of what?
2015.
15?
Yeah, 2016, 15.
Well, I thought this was just
15?
for 2016.
She didn't do any more work as of April of 15?
She may have mowed once or twice.
Okay, mowed the lawn once or twice. That's all she did for over a year.
Yes.
And so you let her stay for free for 8 months, even though the exchange was at some point she'd do work, yet she hadn't done any work for you for a year. You recall the last work you did and when it was?
Your Honor, the last work was right before I was evicted out of there. There was a little old lady that moved into the apartment up front. I started out cleaning that place.
When was that?
It, maybe a month before
All right.
I was
A month before you left, you cleaned an apartment?
Yes.
All right. Is that true?
No, because I had to go back in and clean it.
Any evidence from you?
I do have.
What do you have? And you're countersuing for defamation. Let's see.
Yes, I have this right here. The court papers originally from, like it says right here, the reason why she's wanting me out.
That's all you have?
No, and I also have this.
Past due rent. Drug
This
charges
says-
is one of them. She wanted you out for both. Go ahead. What else you have?
This says that it's rent paid with a zero balance.
All right. This purports to be a receipt from you, ma'am. This says rent paid.
No, it's P with a dot and a D. It's past due is what it stands for.
No, let me see what you're looking at. Now you, ma'am, now you're really playing with my intelligence.
No,
It is
Your
very
Honor, I'm
clear
not.
that says PD, rent paid. Your claim is dismissed, and with regard to your defamation, you were charged. You lied and said you weren't. I'm looking right at the charges. Have a good day, both of you ladies. Bye-bye.
I don't allow it in apartments, and I evict people when they do it.
Honey, I
Any
can
kind.
take a drug test for you right now, and I bet I will pass it.
You still had the pipes in your
No,
possession.
no, I don't have. And if I was one person using, don't you think there would only be one pipe? Why would there be so many?
I don't know.
That's,
I don't do drugs.
That was planted by the police.
Okay.
Plaintiff Shaquita Simone Taylor says the defendant is her older brother, but he is completely irresponsible. Shaquita claims the defendant takes advantage of their parents, and he doesn't take care of his kids. And she's suing him because she sold him a vehicle, but he has yet to pay it off. Defendant Michael Rivers insists he is responsible because he owns 2 cars and works to support his children. Michael admits that he agreed to purchase a car from Shaquita, but insists she breached their agreement, and therefore he doesn't owe.
Start with you.
This is my older brother, who is, to me, an unresponsible person.
How so?
I mean, growing up is like he never take full responsibility for anything he does or any type of action. I done experienced my brother manipulate people, lied to females to get stuff out of them. He even took advantage of my parents. They co-signed for him. He didn't pay on the car that they had in their name.
How old was he then?
I think my brother had to be about 25.
Okay. And
That
how
got
old are you
repoed.
now?
35.
All right. So anything more recent than 10 years ago? What has he done from 25 to 35 to indicate he's irresponsible? Has he worked and taken care of himself?
He works. He take care of himself, not his other responsibilities.
What are those?
His children. I mean, you living in a house with my parents.
How old are his children? How old are your children?
9, 7, and 3.
All right. You take care of them?
Yeah.
Plaintiff Shaquita Simone Taylor says the defendant is her older brother, but he's completely irresponsible and doesn't even take care of his own children.
Why you say he doesn't take care of them?
He doesn't.
How do
A
you
lot
know?
of stuff.
Huh?
Before my mother passed, I talked to my mother every day. So it was a lot of things that my mom would tell
All
me.
right. She told you he wasn't paying his child support or what have you?
Like she would tell me he was living in their house. He wasn't helping paying bills when you're laying there rent
And
free.
they were asking him and
I
he
don't-
didn't?
I didn't want to get into it because a lot of
Oh,
times
well, you may not know what you're talking about then.
my parents never told me to say nothing to him. There's been plenty of times
You
when I
may
knew
not
he
know
lost
what you're
his
talking
job.
about. You say he didn't pay bills. His parents might not have required him. They may have said, you go ahead and take care of those 3 kids because I know you don't have any help. Whatever the case might be, you don't know why. Sir, what do you want to tell me about being a responsible person?
Oh.
She says you've been irresponsible all your life. Have you grown up?
Yes, I have. I own, evidently, the vehicle that she got me here for. I have another vehicle. I work, pay my child support, because me and my wife don't live together. But my sister she's funny.
How so?
When my mom died, she came to the funeral with the high heels and a mini skirt right here. So when she bent over at the final viewing, you could see whatever.
Got your viewing.
Yeah, you got 2 viewings, 2 of them.
Got 2 viewings.
2.
Okay, yeah, you just like you had all 3 of your girlfriends and your wife at the funeral. Okay.
It didn't matter.
Oh,
And she's jealous.
What I
If I buy a
you
phone,
for?
she's gonna buy another phone.
My
If I
wife
bought a
better
truck,
than
she's gonna
yours.
buy a car.
Okay.
That's why she got me here. And
Well, I just wanted you to respond to her allegations that you were still irresponsible at age 35. And sometimes folks live with their parents, particularly when you break up, you leave your marriage, and when you're immediately paying for 3 kids outside of the household, that might take a minute. All right, ma'am, tell me about the contract you're suing him for.
Okay, back in April, I asked my brother, I said, do you know, I was in the process of buying another car. So I asked him, do you know anybody that would be looking to buy my 2003 GMC Envoy? He said, I will buy it. I said, okay. I said, well, can you come up? Because I'm selling it for $2,800. I had just got everything fixed on there, everything. He was like, no. I said, okay. He was agreed to a $200 monthly payment starting, to pay till he paid the truck off.
Starting when?
The first payment was supposed to be due the May 20th, which was the 3rd Friday, because I was giving him time. He picked the truck up on April 25th.
$200?
$200.
Did he pay?
No.
All right, what happened?
And I have text messages because back on May 21st, he texted me asking me to send him my information and that he was going to send the payment.
Okay, so he must have given you $75.
When he picked the truck up.
Okay, just the down payment.
Just the down payment.
And that's been since April of 2016?
Yes.
All right. Sir, what do you say to this?
No, that's not true. Actually, I agreed to get in April. She was talking about getting a Dodge Magnum that never appeared. Then she's supposed to get a Apollo that never appeared. So me and my dad drove over there. Here's a witness right here. Me and my dad drove to the house, picked the car up on May 3rd. I registered it
How you picked up
May
on
4th.
May 3rd when you
I
signed
got
the
the
agreement?
papers and everything. Right here. Then she started calling me in May talking about a payment after she blew the money that she got for the down payment that she had from getting the prior
What I
car.
blow it on?
Drinking. Then next thing I know,
Prove it. We don't
I'm
even
here.
live in the same city.
So it wasn't due
it wasn't
May
due.
20th.
It was due the 3rd week in June.
All right.
I gave her
And
down
so
payment in
she's suing
May.
you prematurely. You say you owe her, but she's suing
Right.
prematurely.
Right.
Plaintiff Shaquita Simone Taylor says the defendant is her older brother, but he's completely irresponsible and doesn't even take care of his own children.
Ma'am, you have any evidence that it was
I
to
have the
begin May
receipt.
20th?
I have the receipt.
The receipt
from
to
April.
the down payment?
The down payment, and I have the agreement of the day he
So
signed
did you
everything.
sign a written agreement?
I signed an agreement in May.
April.
May.
What did it say?
It said something about
The payment
you
date,
was-
when was it to begin?
it didn't say when it began. That I remember.
It didn't say when it began?
We agreed to every 3rd Wednesday of the month. It just said Basically, I'm signing this paper stating that I'll start paying $200 a month till the car's paid off. Then she signed the title.
Will start paying when?
She never had one.
Okay, it never said when you were to start.
Right, because me and my dad thought it was in June. I got the car in May. I gave her the down payment.
Okay, and you gave her the down payment of $75.
It was supposed to be $100, but she agreed to grab her.
I understand, $75.
Right.
So why are we here? Why wouldn't you just start paying her?
I had no problem with paying her until she started calling me, and then Liz
Asking for the money you owe her?
Well, she texted me and told everybody else to give her the money.
Asking for the money you owe her?
Right.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with somebody asking you for the money that you owe them?
There's nothing wrong with it, but she
Right.
never put
Well,
that I
that is
owe her
not.
in
Pardon?
May. She never put that I owe her in May. When I picked the vehicle up and registered the next day, that was in May. I came there May 3rd. So if I give you a down payment in May, I shouldn't have to give you a full payment in May either.
All right, you haven't given her a dime at any point.
Because once she
you
started
haven't
calling
given
here,
her anything.
Right.
What
Well,
part don't you understand?
that she
You haven't
broke-
given her anything.
Nope. I agreed not to
So
pay.
what are you
I felt that
talking about?
I felt that she broke the agreement.
How did she
how I
break
felt.
it? She owed you?
I just felt that she tried to make me pay early.
How was it early when you don't even know when it was supposed to start?
Well, I guess one of us wrong, me or her wrong.
So she breached it for asking for her money.
Early, before the third Wednesday.
We don't know whether it was early or not because you don't know the date.
Well, I guess neither one of us know the date, unless
She does know the date. She gives me a contract that says beginning May 20th.
Well,
And you said you have a contract.
no, that was the contract. That
Well, it
one right
says
there.
May 20th. You're the only one don't know then.
She never gave me a copy of that.
I gave you a copy. You signed
Only
both
thing I had
copies.
But you
was
said
the
I
title.
have it, whether you have a copy or not. You pointed to this and said you have the contract.
Oh, well, no, I don't have that one. I had a paper. The only thing I had was
Which
this.
one do you have?
Okay.
Which contract do you have?
Contract I have, I didn't. It's still at home.
All right. Well, I'm going to
is
go
what
with
it
the
is.
one I have. And
All
it
right.
says you were to begin May 20th. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount requested. Have a good day.